Welcome to part number 7 of the Legend of Zelda Swordless challenge. Now we're moving on to dungeon number 6, which is by far the hardest segment of the challenge for one simple reason. Dungeon number 6 introduces the last type of enemy. It is the Wizzrobe, or however you say it, I don't know. They're wizards, so I'm just gonna call them wizzards. The problem with them is that you can only hurt them with the bomb. It is the only weapon that will hurt them. Not even the magic wand will hurt them, which we will be getting in this video. Once we get the magic wand, the challenge becomes a whole lot easier, because basically, the magic wand, it's just a white sword that shoots out a projectile. It has the same strength as a white sword, and then the projectile it shoots out, I think, has the same strength as the wooden sword. I'm not quite sure on that, I can't confirm it, but that's what I think. To get through this forest right here, you have to go up, left, down, and then left. I think they give out a hint to this somewhere in the game, but I can't remember. Maybe they don't, but I'm pretty sure they do. Anyways, you absolutely need the bomb upgrade before you even consider going to dungeon number 6, because it's just, there's so many wizards and they're tough. I mean, they can only be defeated by the bombs. And the other thing about them is that their attacks are punishing. Even with the blue ring, you are going to lose a lot of health. So if you can, make sure you come in with a red potion, at least a blue potion at minimum, but I highly recommend a red potion. The red wizards don't really hurt you that much, but the blue ones do. They are just, they're very painful, so try to avoid as many of them as you can, because we saw in the first, or not the first room of the dungeon, but one of the early rooms of this dungeon, there were some wizards, and I just kind of went past them because the door was open. And anytime you can just sneak past them without having to destroy them, you should, because you don't want to waste bombs, and you don't want to get hurt. And I think there's only 2 rooms where we have to kill them. This room, and then the one that leads to the magic wand, I believe. Immediately when entering this first room, take out the arrows and take out the likes, because if they capture you, not only do they take your shield, I'm pretty sure you're stuck and you can't get out. Normally, when you get captured by the likes, you have the sword and you can just kind of hit your way out. And I think you can do the same with the magic wand, but we don't have the magic wand yet, so it's really, just take them out as soon as you can, because I'm pretty sure if they capture you at this point, you can't move and you're gonna have to restart. This segment took me the most attempts. I don't remember the exact number. I didn't keep track, but it was no more than 15. I think it was like 12 or something like that. I mean, this challenge overall was really easy. It was a lot more planning than like skilled execution. Like, it was a lot harder to plan it than actually do the challenge, except for a few areas like dungeon number 6 and dungeon number 5. Those ones were kind of hard, but most of the challenge was pretty easy. And you'll see after this segment that the challenge becomes a whole lot easier, because the magic wand is basically just a replacement sword. It does the same thing as a sword. I mean, it's just like the sword, but it's not the sword, so we can still call this the Swordless challenge. There's an interesting little glitch. I'll call it a glitch, but basically when there's rooms with both blue and red enemies, if you kill the red enemies and then exit the room and re-enter, there's a chance that the blue enemies will turn into red enemies. And this is really useful because the red enemies take a lot less hits to defeat. I think they only take 1, or the wizards anyway. And their attacks deal less damage, so win-win situation. Take advantage of it if you can, which you should be able to. Now that we have the magic wand, the challenge becomes a whole lot easier. It's just a replacement sword. And now we're going to head back to some of those dungeons that we couldn't finish before. And with the magic wand, it's certainly possible. Anyways, I'll see you in part number 8, where we will be heading back to dungeon number 4.